What's going on, guys? We're back in the studio. Obviously, we've moved the studio outside instead of inside. So, there's that. But, April is here and the weather is finally warming up. You guys read the title of the video. Today, we're going to be talking about why the American upbringing is ruining the youth and what we can do to fix this. So, the youth essentially has two main problems. One is lack of parental figures, mostly father figures, and two is a bad parental example. Now, while the two are very different and they can often be complete opposites with overprotective parents running rampant in our society, they often achieve a very similar result and have the same problems associated with them. For example, a kid without a dad will not know how to act like a man because they don't have any example before them. But then the kid with a dad who doesn't embody proper values has a very similar problem as the kid without a father. So, obviously, we can't change the cards that we are dealt. We can't really do much about this. But there are certain things that we can do that will help a lot. So, a big problem with bad parents is oftentimes overprotection. Now, I know this is a controversial topic, but I personally think that without the proper experience outside of home, it's almost impossible to fully develop as a functioning human being. And actually, it is completely impossible. I was talking to my friend about this the other day, and we came to the conclusion that with the nuclear family in America, there are huge issues because it's very, very reliant on having a good mother and a good father. If there's anything but that, the whole thing almost instantly crumbles. And that's obviously very bad because if we're only looking to two people to set an example for us and they're unable to do so, whether it be because of absenteeism or because they're just plain out flat out bad role models, it doesn't really matter because it's still a lack of parental figure regardless. And the next topic that me and my friend got to talking about was the fact that some countries, such as Israel, what they do is they basically raise their kids in a communal environment, and the kids are exposed to a lot more than the American kids are. For instance, there are a lot of gatherings, guys and girls interact way more, and this is also a big reason why guys and girls have so much trouble interacting in the modern day. It's simply because most guys were not exposed to girls within their life, within their childhood, and that's very damaging because it's like telling someone to go ride a skateboard and expecting them to know how to do it off the bat. If you haven't spoke to girls in the past, you just simply won't know how to. And what's the reason for guys not speaking to girls? Well, there's a few. First of all, guys are mostly expected to hang out with only guys, and if you don't only hang out with guys, you're labeled weird or gay. So most guys just stay away from girls in their early years, making it kind of a taboo, if you will. And that's definitely not the way to go about it. But I'm getting off track here. But back to the Israeli concept. A lot of American companies of today have a lot of requests for Israeli talent and other foreign countries because they know that the American child is not equipped to deal with certain things that most other people are equipped to deal with. And that's very sad because we are supposed to be the best country. We're supposed to be the land of freedom and prosperity. Yet the way we are raising our kids is preventing us from achieving that. And enough with being negative and pessimistic. We know this to be true. We know that the powers that be are making a lot of destructive things the norm. We know that fast food is manufactured by top tier scientists, and that fast food is also made the cheapest option for a reason. It's not an accident that our obesity rates are skyrocketing through the roof. But basically, all we can do to fix this is be the outlier and kind of explain to our parents, whatever parental figure that we might have, that keeping us locked inside is not going to help anything and will not lead to our growth or success. Once we start standing up to our parents and telling them what we really want out of life, we will experience a lot of growth. I've personally encountered this. I know a lot of my friends and family members, whenever they were able to stand up to their parents and call them out on what they think was wrong and is wrong, they experience rapid growth and they're able to go out and explore. While I really don't like college and a lot of what it stands for, I think that the main benefit of it is that we're able to kind of be independent from our parents. But the problem is that a lot of these college kids don't know what independence feels like, and they immediately resort to doing things like drugs and a lot of other terrible things. This is another great reason why you shouldn't be too overprotective of your kids, because they'll most likely end up doing what you don't want to do. It's just a matter of time, right? If you prevent someone from doing something and make it a taboo, it's only natural that, according to human nature, we will eventually be drawn to it and want to do it. Whereas if it's widely talked about in the household from an early age and it's not labeled as something that can't be discussed and not like something that can't be done whatsoever, it's a lot more likely that the kids will actually stay true to their goals and ambitions and not stray off the path out of sheer distaste for what their parents did to them. I know that negative reinforcement is a big thing in American culture and in all cultures, honestly, probably less so in American culture, but there is a way to do it. We don't want people to resent us, especially parents trying to raise their kids. You don't want your kids to hate you. So, be mature about it. But overall, this video is not for parents, it's more for kids. So let's get back to that. The point I'm making is that once we get out into the world, it will be a lot easier for us to achieve some sort of freedom and success, because we'll finally be able to grow. It's like a fish. When you put a fish in a bigger fish tank, they usually grow, interestingly enough, because they have more space to. This is just like a kid, right? Or a young adult, I guess, really. Mainly a teenager. Once you get away from the people that hold you back, you're able to really progress to the next level and feel some sort of achievement in doing so, because obviously it's more comfortable to just do what your parents say, but is it the thing that's gonna give you the most growth? Probably not. So with that being said, that was basically the little rant I had planned for today, all because of a conversation that I had with a friend. So definitely surround yourself with people that make you think deeply. That's a big one for me personally, and for others around me that keep me in their life. And with that being said, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all soon.